Good morning, good afternoon. Standard form, if we're adding and taking away numbers, and we're not allowed to use a calculator. So we've got two standard form numbers and we've got to add them or subtract them. Let's start off with the basics and do the simple ones first of all, talk about a rule. You can see I've got 3 times 10 to the 4 here, and I'm adding 4 times 10 to the 4. That's a pretty easy one to do because all I know that if I've got the same power, the 10 to the 4, I can write it in my answer, providing that these two numbers add up to a number that's less than 10. So 3 plus 4 does equal 7. Let me find the black pen. So I can write it as 7 times 10 to the 4. So because those 10 to the 4s are the same, and the 3 plus the 4 is less than 10, I can just write it as 7 times 10 to the 4. I do not write 7 times 10 to the 8 though. You don't add these numbers together, you keep them the same. Okay, in exactly the same way, it applies if you've got a decimal. So, do a little check first of all. 5.2 and 2.1, I can add those two up. 5 and 2 is 7, and that's a good 0.3, so we're going to have 7.3. And as we've still got the same numbers together, that works as well. I could just write 10 to the 8. So that's okay. The same, incidentally, would work if we were taking the two numbers away from one another. So if I've got 8 times 10 to the 2, take away 3 times 10 to the 2, 8 take away 3 is 5, and I retain the times 10 to the 2 as well. Okay, so that's if we've got the numbers are all the same, and of course these two numbers don't add up to a number more than 10. Now, the fun and games begin when we've got standard form powers that are different. So we've got to use a little bit of trickery here to get around it. We've got 8 times 10 to the 3 here, and we're adding 2.4 times 10 to the 4. So the 10 to the 3 and 10 to the 4 different. We can't do what we did before. So the long way round, but it's a way that will always work. If we first of all convert them to standard form, so 8 times 10 to the 3 is 8,000. Watch the standard form conversion video if you're unsure or can't remember how to do it. And 2.4 times 10 to the 4 comes out to be 24,000. So we've got those two numbers now, they're slightly different. We've got to get our answer in standard form at the end. Let's put them in a column addition. So 8,000 plus 24,000. And we'll just add the two numbers up today. So we're going to go 0, 0, 0, and then 8 and 4 is 2, carry 1, gives me 32,000. So 8,000 plus 24,000 is 32,000. So what we've got to do now is convert that 32,000 back into standard form. So that then becomes 3.2 times 10 to the 4. So the method is unpack them from their boxes and make them into real numbers. Do the addition sum and then get your answer and then put it back into the standard form box by converting it back again. Okay, let's have a look at this one here. So we've got minus powers here, and minus powers, remember these are decimal numbers. So again, I'm going to convert them straight away. 0.00062 minus 0.0000047. So those are two numbers converted. Let us now be very careful. Remember, line up our decimal points first of all and put our numbers around them when we're doing a decimal sum to make sure everything's in that right column. So we're going to have a 0 here and a 0 here. 4 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, followed by a 6, 2, and then 5 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, followed by a 4, 7. making sure everything there is in the correct column. I'll put a 0 here now, obviously, to make it make everything tally. So we're going to subtract these two numbers from each other now. So it's a take away sum. Make sure a take away there. So 0 take 7 can't do. So 10 take 7 we can. Gives us 3. We've got to give back there to make that a 1. 11 take 4 gives us 7. And then we've got to give that back to make it a 5. And then we've got a 5, 7, 3 there. Now, next thing we've got to do, we've still got to fill in all the zeros. So 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. So this now is the answer to our sum. So what we've got to do in the same way we did in the question above is convert it back into standard form. So we're going to have 5.73, which is our number between 1 and 10. Bounce the decimal point once, 2, 3, 4, 5 times by 10 to the minus 5. So 5.73 times 10 to the minus 5 will be the answer. So that is how you add and take away standard form without a calculator, showing with the same powers and also with different powers as well.